thing at the moment. So Alex has said about the markets. What's your take on a melt up? So yes, I do. What's happening right now with the indices is a melt up. So if we look at the Nasdaq, it has melted up well and truly, and yeah. So if you look at the US M2, so US M2, come on, US. Where's money? M2. Here we go. Look at how vertical the US money printing has been. It's just insane. So I would like a chart, please. Bars. No, not the best. I can't scroll in and out of this. Maybe just go back to how it was. Yeah. Just look how, like as I said in the previous one, they've done more printing, or the currency supply has increased more in 2020 in just 1 year alone than from 2009 to 2014 or 2015. So it's nuts. And so of course, if there's more US dollars, I guess, sloshing around, it will find its way into, and also cheap credit, it'll find its way into the stock market, and I guess property somewhat, but more the stock market, because corporate buybacks, etc. So please look at the last trading pub, because I did explain that a bit more. However, it won't go on forever. I mean, we've already had the melt up. I mean, I would say the melt up is this. This is the melt up. This is the unexplained melt up where most companies are failing drastically, but it's just being propped up by the FANG stocks, basically. Everyone else is in pain right now. So the other part of your question is, inflation comes. So you won't get inflation until you see MV tick up. Okay. Zero. There will be zero inflation. We'll see negative. I would happily give £1,000 bet with anyone that we will not see rising rates for at least the next 3 years. It's going to be negative rates around the world. I'd happily take that bet all day long. And look at the velocity of money. So yeah, it's gone up crazy in terms of printing, so to speak, but the velocity is in the gutter. So you won't get any inflation because that money is not moving. It's being hoarded. So there won't be inflation. There'll be negative rates. Value of the dollar will keep on dropping. Yeah, potentially. The fact is, because it's not moving, and a lot of the dollars are actually being locked up, I still see a dollar squeeze coming up, and there will be a dollar rally, if anything. And I think the dollar rally is going to be the thing that really pops the markets. Yeah, but we won't see velocity going up until we have a digital currency with UBI, and UBI with a timestamp, as explained previously. So yeah, no joy there. So talking about, in fact, I've got a picture here. Look at this. This is something I found online. I forgot where it is. Sourced from Bloomberg, etc. But this is from Goldman Sachs, and it's non-profitable tech index. So what this is a whole bunch of IPOs where they have no business model, etc. Yet look at the value of all of these non-profitable tech companies. It's gone nuts. This is proper tech bubble, boom bubble time. And this chart here shows us of all these tech unicorn startups that are not profitable. So most of them, I guess, at best are doing sort of between minus 20 to 30% profits. And then there's a whole bunch that are doing ridiculous amounts of cash losing. And so, yeah, Andy, SPACs, special purpose acquisition companies. So what's happening, I put it in the other group, actually. Oh yeah, Alex, what the hell? Why are we trading? Let's start a losing tech company. How hard can it be? Yeah, that's exactly what a SPAC is. So a SPAC is this. And it's simply a money grab. It's no different from ICOs back in 2017, where it's like, hey, I've got a crypto project, and it's going to go to the moon. how about you buy my token, please? And so people put their money in, and boom, so that's an ICO. So a SPAC is pretty much very, very similar. So I could create, I don't know, the RT SPAC, okay? And it'll be obviously a limited company, so I'll just call it RT SPAC. And my SPAC, as in this company's directive, is we're going to go out and buy loads of companies, loads of, I don't know, medical companies, let's just say. Medical, for example, like medical tech companies have an absolutely amazing exit multiple. It's like, I think the average, world average of medical tech companies is 17 times EBITDA. It's nuts. So yeah, so I can go, right, I'm going to set up a SPAC. I'm then going to float it. So I IPO this business so it gets onto the stock market. And so loads of people, like, I don't know, the public and pension funds or whatever, they give me loads of money, and guess what? I've raised, I don't know, £100 million. But this is a business that's raised £100 million. It's done freaking nothing. It's done nothing. It has no business. It has no business. And so I then have to use this £100 million to go around and buying up other companies. And so this is a SPAC is basically raising a bunch of money, and these investors, like, they have to hope that, one, this company can find good companies to buy, and the other hope is that the companies that it does end up buying, it hopes that they, these companies move. So that's what a SPAC is. It's just a fancy vehicle to IPO a business that has no business. So the owners get a big shit ton of money, and then they can go on a bit of a spending spree. And don't forget the big fat salaries along the way, and the fancy cars and expenses and stuff like that. So yeah, and that is why, I mean, all these, it's just nuts. I'm yeah, the market is toppy. I really want to short the whole market right now, but I'm just going to wait. I need to wait for the correction, because at the moment this is literally standing in front of a steam train, and it's very similar to crypto. So let's move on to crypto.